From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your morning update.
When getting the job done right is job one, you need construction equipment that's built right. With durable Kubota engines, more comfort, and the versatility to do it all. You need the Kubota construction lineup. Right now, write it off a lot and write it off your taxes for 0 down, 0% APR for up to 60 months or save up to $4,000.
Tractors, trailers, rentals.
You do it all, we do it local.
Well, happy Wednesday morning to you all. I'm Chief Meteorologist Mike Kruger. Let's get you right to it. Now, before we get to Kruger's Quickcast, we're going to just talk about what we can expect here for today so you know what to expect as we start going into the forecast here. Heavy rain and thunderstorms. That's going to be across the board. Thunderstorm best chances will be for the coast. Heading eastward, the chances begin to diminish. But, you know, we're talking about ponding on the roads, possible flooding, possible mudslides, debris flows. We saw that with the last storm. We could be looking at that here for today simply because this storm system today is going to be stronger than the one on Monday. Gusty winds with gusts 50, even upwards of 60 miles per hour could lead to possible power outages. And we're talking snow in the higher elevations. Now, it's mainly east of I-5 that I'm concerned about, but Scott Mountain on Highway 3 could be looking at some issues. Mountain passes as low as 4,000 feet and snow levels possibly as low as 3,500 feet. All right, so that's what we can expect. That's something to kind of look forward to as we go into the deeper dive. But let's just kind of get you through the day today for those of you that are in a hurry. So we're going to start off with Kruger's Quickcast for your Wednesday, the 13th, November 13th, right? And of course, we're looking out the door this morning. There's the chance for showers. Now, Modoc County, Eastern Mountains, not a lot of activity this morning at 8 o'clock. And even the valley. But as we go into 8, 9, 10 o'clock, we're beginning to see that rain begin to really kind of kick in here. All right, so let's take a look at the satellite image here. Now, you can see here that we do have that cold front that's approaching. And it's approaching pretty quickly here. Now, the rain is starting on the coast, as we typically see it, and then it'll push eastward. Now, behind this cold front, you see the speckled clouds? This is the colder and unstable air that's behind it. So this is going to bring us heavy rain, gusty winds, maybe even some thunderstorms. Behind it, the winds are subsiding a bit, still gusty at times though, and we're seeing those scattered showers and thunderstorms here in the area where we're seeing those speckled clouds, and that's what we have in store for us this afternoon. So 6 o'clock this morning, there you can see that heavy band of rain that's pushing eastward through the morning. And there you can see by midday, it's starting to kind of break apart. It's not as organized at this point. We're seeing snow in the mountains as low as 3,500 feet. And then by 5 p.m. today, scattered showers and thunderstorms for everyone. Valley, inland, mountains, coast, and of course that snow off to the east here. So be prepared for wet weather today and gusty winds too. Look at this. There you can see that we go to the midday, the winds really picking up here for the valley in the east. Winds starting to subside for the coast, but still gusty nonetheless. And then everyone else, you see the trend through the afternoon and this evening is for winds to die down. But the weaker winds really won't be here until we get into tonight and tomorrow. So for today, it's going to be a cool one. Temperatures only reaching the low to mid 50s in the valley, 40s for many of the higher elevations, and for the coast, we got upper 50s to around 60. Now, it's the best chances for severe thunderstorms right here, but we could see some thunderstorms in this area as well, not to mention off to the north and east too. So it is going to be a very active day today. It's going to be one of those things you need to watch the forecast closely. And we quick look at your 7-day outlook. Off and on chances for rain, even for the valley through Sunday. The best chances for a break will be Friday, Saturday, and then that drier trend will start next week and last most likely through next week. The coast, inland, Trinity County, all off and on chances, with the best chance for a break for everyone, including the mountains. The coast is going to be on Saturday. That's for Siskiyou, Modoc, and the eastern mountains. But by next week, yeah, we're going to dry things out and begin to warm up as well. All right, that is your Quickcast. Let's go into the deeper dive. Now, before we do that, I want to remind you that you can share your photos. If you get snow, if you see flooding in your area, if you see any kind of storm pictures, do me a favor. Take out your phone, take a snapshot, and share that photo through the free Weather NorCal app. This is an example of what we saw on Monday. This was courtesy of Kelly Smith out in Lake McCumber. She sent me this image here. I shared it on Tuesday. So share your photos with the free Weather NorCal app. If you don't have it already, I'd like you to do it. Go to your iPhone, go to your Android, search for Weather NorCal in your app store, and you're downloading the app for free. And not only can you share your photos, you've got a great app, a great local app at that. All right, so here's your headlines. Let's get into this deep dive, shall we? Second storm pushes through today. Isolated thunderstorms, gusty winds, mountain snow. Unsettled pattern continues into and really through the weekend. But I do expect drier and slightly warmer pattern here as we take you through next week. Again, there's that cold front is pushing closer. Along that cold front boundary, heavy rainfall, gusty winds, snow levels dropping down to as low as 3,500 feet, but that doesn't mean we're going to see accumulating snow at that point. Behind it, this is cold and unstable air, the speckled clouds, right? That's the isolated showers and thunderstorms I was talking about a second ago. All right, so the winds I was talking about, we showed you the winds here for today. There is a wind advisory for Del Norte, Humboldt County, for Lassen, Modoc, and Eastern Plumas County, and there's a high wind warning for today for central Siskiyou County. This is where we're expected to see some of the strongest winds. And quite honestly, I think we should also see a wind advisory here for the valley as well. So it's worth noting that the winds will also be very strong, really for everyone. All right, so this morning, strongest winds along the coast and in Siskiyou County could see gusts over 40, 50 miles per hour. By midday, those winds are now strongest in the valley, central Siskiyou County, and then eastern mountains. That's noon today. Let's take you into this afternoon. You see how overall the winds are subsiding, but still gusty. But by tonight, tomorrow, that's when we expect much calmer winds, but still breezy at times. We're talking 10 to even 15 miles per hour through the day on Thursday, and let's take you through the day on Friday as well. Upwards of 10 to even 20 miles per hour on Friday. So again, the winds are dying down, but not entirely calm. So you can see here the best chance for thunderstorms, severe thunderstorms in the areas in dark green, lighter shades of green. Still a chance for severe thunderstorms, just slimmer chances. And tomorrow, we still got more thunderstorms in the forecast, believe it or not. And on top of that, the Storm Prediction Center is indicating that these are the best areas to maybe see some flash flooding. Now we've also got to watch the Park Fire, right? That because that is where not the Park Fire, let's say the burn scar area of the Park Fire, that is. We could see mudslides, debris flows. Should we see some heavy downpours in that area? All right, so let's take a look at futurecasts. We're going to really walk into the timing of this, so let's get to it. I'm just going to average out the snow levels between 3,500, 4,500 feet because they're going to kind of going up and down here for today and even tomorrow. So at times it could get as low as 4,500 feet, but then kind of go back up to about 4,500 feet. All right, so there you see the main band of rain right here. Okay, that's the heavy rainfall, gusty winds that now at 9 a.m. is just beginning to make its way into Redding and even Red Bluff. Winds beginning to pick up, winds strongest all right here. Look at Mount Shasta. You see that? There's I-5. That's all in the form of rain at this point, it looks like, okay? Then we go into around midday. We're starting to see some heavy snow off to the north here. And it is around the Mount Shasta area. And now one of the things is sometimes the snow level may be even 4,000 feet because it starts off as a snowflake and then it gets into the warmer air, that snowflake melts and it turns into rain. But sometimes if you have really heavy snow, even though it's going into the warmer air below, it doesn't have time to melt. So at the very least, a bit of a mix for Mount Shasta City. Highway 89, Snowman Summit could see some chain requirements possibly, and we'll start to see some chain requirements east of I-5 as well. But we're still only at midday today, right? There's the showers and thunderstorms. But you see how it's breaking apart? You saw how widespread and just very organized it was. But as it moves over the mountains, it breaks apart. So we got the scattered snow flurries out there, scattered showers and thunderstorms across the board this afternoon. There's Wednesday today at 5 p.m., really breaking up even more, but still some scattered showers and thunderstorms even for the valley. Now, look what happens overnight into Thursday morning. We're still seeing this cold and unstable air in place. We're seeing these disturbances kind of rotate and move through Northern California. That will continue to bring us chances for thunderstorms again tomorrow afternoon, right? Snow levels 3,500, 4,500 feet still. Now look what's happening by Thursday night. We're beginning to see it really break apart. We're seeing most of the snow off to the east, but still, you see that? Scattered showers and thunderstorms over the ocean. Now that flow will continue to try to move in here on Friday. But I got to tell you, the chances for showers on Friday are looking pretty slim. I've got them still included for some of the mountain locations and for the coast, but I'm going to keep it dry, at least for the valley here, as we go through the day on Friday. And of course, everyone drier conditions by Saturday. So there's the forecast rainfall totals through Friday, 5 p.m. We could see anywhere from, I'd say, a quarter to over an inch, I think, once all is said and done. And I think these numbers may be underplaying, especially up to the north. Heaviest rainfall to the west, right? Typical. Less rainfall off to the east. There also is a winter storm warning for most of Siskiyou County, a winter weather advisory for northern Trinity County and basically in the eastern mountains until 10 p.m. Friday. So this is until 4 p.m. today. This is until 9 p.m. tonight. This here is until 10 p.m. Friday. So again, keep in mind that we've got, basically today, tomorrow. But you saw on Friday, the chances for snow is going to be slimmer, so there's a very good chance it may expire before then. But looking at the snowfall forecast estimates, it is showing 1 to 2 inches of Mount Shasta. Mount Shasta is going to be in that borderline at times. Sometimes it may be just low enough for maybe some light accumulation to just a mix to it melting once it hits the ground. I think Mount Shasta will be borderline. It'll be interesting. If you live in Mount Shasta and you have accumulating snow anywhere, even those higher elevations in Mount Shasta, send those pictures in the Free Weather NorCal app. We'd love to see it. Maybe some accumulating snow in Chester and even around Alturas as well. But you can see the areas of pink. I mean, we're getting into the 2, 3, 4 foot range here for some of the highest mountain peaks above 6,000, 7,000 feet. But you get the idea. We're seeing that here. And then going into Friday, once again, we're starting to see it kind of pick up a little bit more in some areas here. How about this for fun, right? The ski park, what is it? The base is, I think it's around 5,500 feet, somewhere in there. There you can see that's a foot, that's 2, 3, right? Now, the ski park, the base, probably not 3 foot of snow, but I think we're going to see some accumulating snow out at the ski park. Now, it doesn't mean we can dust our skis off just yet or our snowboards, but it's a start. It's something, and I tell you what, the thing that I'm a little concerned about is, we might get a bunch of snow up there, but then next week will be dry and warmer. And that may allow it to melt a little bit here. Here's 9 o'clock this morning. Look at Scott Mountain. That's snow, folks. So if you're traveling on Highway 3 and need to go over Scott Mountain, just be prepared for that. And then, of course, we're still looking at dry conditions here. Then we go at noon and looking on I-5. That's mainly a rain-snow mix right there, but still on Scott Mountain, we're seeing that snow. Bogard Ranger Station starting to see snow on Highway 44 there. And then Cedar Pass later this afternoon, possibly seeing some snow, Bogard Ranger Station. And again, a bit of that mix out towards I-5 there, and looks like more of a mix out towards Scott Mountain. So snow levels may actually rise a little bit here later this afternoon from 3,500 to maybe 4,000 feet. But we'll see. Should be interesting to see what happens with this. But bottom line, if you're traveling anywhere in the mountains, especially east of I-5, be prepared for chain requirements over some of those higher mountain passes, especially 4,000 feet and higher. There's I-5. Again, 5 o'clock Thursday morning, a bit of a mix. Could be interesting. And also looking at some of that snow out towards Scott Mountain, Cedar Pass, and many of the mountain passes in the Southern Cascades and Northern Sierra. All right, so here's a look at Futurecast. We looked at the timing here in great detail here through Friday, so we'll just kind of show the overall pattern. There's the trough of low pressure, cooler air. Now, we're going to dry things out on Saturday for everyone, and then by Sunday, there's that next chance for showers. Cool and unsettled this week, even through the weekend. Now, high pressure is going to start to move in. Drier and slightly warmer by next week. Here's next Monday. See how this is starting to see a ridge? Now, this looks nice, right? You're like, all right, there's more rain heading our way. Doesn't look like it's going to happen. Look, see that ridge of high pressure? That storm system rides up and over the ridge. This ridge of high pressure is like a brick wall. So the storm butts up against it and has nowhere to go, but up and sometimes south, and it splits, it breaks apart, and it doesn't really do anything for us. So it looks like we should be dry most likely through next week, and possibly, of course, those warmer temperatures too. So the rainfall outlook, this is through next Tuesday. Of course, most of the rain is going to end on Sunday, but you get the idea. This is through the weekend at least. A quarter to even over an inch in the valley. We're talking 2, 3, even possibly close to 4 inches of rain once all is said and done to the north and west, where we're seeing most of the rain, and about maybe a quarter to maybe even close to an inch in some cases off to the east. But again, I was talking about that drier and warmer pattern moving in next week. Climate Prediction Center is picking up on that. But even though it's warming up, most likely staying below normal in most cases. We take a look at the 10-day trend for Redding, and you can see we're keeping it below normal through early next week. I mean, we maybe get up to about 60 on Saturday, then it drops again, and we're back up around or just above normal here by the middle and latter part of next week. But temperature-wise, can't really complain, right? Taking a look at those wave heights, they are high for today. In fact, there's a gale warning through noon, and then it'll probably be downgraded to a small craft advisory this afternoon. But there's a look at Thursday. We're not seeing much relief from those high wave heights. So that small craft advisory will probably linger on through the day on Thursday as well. Look at the winds. They're very strong. We've got big waves out there, high and low tide. Your sunrise and sunset, that gale warning through noon today. As those winds subside, those waves should also begin to kind of die down as well. Temperatures mainly in the 50s, and we talked about the timing of the rain here through Friday, so I'm not going to go into too much detail with that. But bottom line, what you can expect here is drier and warmer conditions for next week. Temperatures today, 59 for Eureka, 57 degrees out in Blue Lake. Up north, about 57 out towards Gas Key. I think if at all we'll see a break here, it'll be Saturday. Maybe even a break for many of us on Friday. I've got the chance in there for most of the mountains and the coast here on Friday, but quite honestly, I may be taking that out of the forecast. We'll see what the latest forecast model data comes in here at noon and this afternoon. But bottom line, not much for your Friday. Saturday, better chances coming in here on Sunday for Modoc County with 46 degrees for high today in Alturas. And the Eastern Mountains, about 43 degrees for Fall River Mills, 45 in Bernie, 45 in Shingletown, and 56 degrees in Doyle. Let's take a look at your Valley neighborhood forecast brought to you by Walgamith Painting, our friends over there. Thanks for their sponsorship, making your Valley neighborhood forecast possible. 54 degrees for Corning, 56 degrees for Elk Creek and Gridley. We take you up north, 52 degrees for Redding, 50 in Whiskeytown, and there's Lakehead with a high of about 49 degrees. Showers, thunderstorms today, heaviest, gusty winds, maybe some more thunderstorms on Thursday. I think we'll see a break Friday and Saturday for the Valley, and then a chance for some more showers by Sunday. You'll see that here as we look at that 7-day outlook for Redding. Showers, thunderstorms on Thursday, dry for Friday, Saturday, and it looks like by Sunday that chance for showers drying out. And you can see it's warming up too, but still only around 60 by next Tuesday. That's your morning update. I'll be back again this afternoon for the latest forecast.
Barr & Mudford is a top, established firm here in the North State. Founded over a half-century ago, Barr & Mudford is protecting the rights of our neighbors and community. We take our commitment to our clients very seriously and provide a level of excellence unrivaled in the North State. Barr & Mudford, standing up for the rights of our neighbors and our beautiful community, serving Northern California with excellence.